Yes, hello. Well, you have to understand that it is your light what brings everything in order in your own life again. You are light, never forget that. That's your origin. That's your origin. It is your light. You come out of the bright white light, the brightest white light you can imagine. And that is, of course, the origin of God. God is nothing more and nothing less but light. In every way. And you come out of that light. And light is, you can say, a kind of smooth operator. A lot of people, the majority, want to come back, to turn back into the light again. And the idea that then everything is well. And so it is. Because light has no time, no space for darkness. You're a little bit, you are like the donkey, Verendon's donkey, who can't decide from which stuff he shall eat, this or this, and that is, and it's down and starved by that. Well, it is a little bit like you, only that is here a different way, because you can't make a decision what you shall feed. Your thoughts are able to feed the darkness or your light. But here it is actually not, it's not a decision you really think about. It simply happens. The more light you are inwardly, the more your thoughts are feeding your bright light. The more you forget about yourself and forget that you are actually light. Of course you are light. What else? The more you forget that you are light, the more your thoughts will feed the darkness. That's the point. No fight about it and no discussion. End of any debate. Forget it. Too much people always are debating anything. They always debate, they discuss and 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 discuss tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow again. Can you tell me what's good for? They have only two possibilities. Your thoughts may feed the light or they may feed the darkness. Full stop. Exclamation point. And so you have to get it in your head again, and you forget it a long time, that you are actually light. Put it in your head. It is not possible to waste time, and you never waste your time when you always say, I am light. I am light, I am light, I am light, I'm nothing less but light. It is not necessary to tell that to your neighbor. But it is maybe very necessary, maybe it's good, it is very necessary that you put it in your head while you're thinking. Don't waste your time. She's the stuff from which your life is made from. When you are very busy, always to think that you are light, you never waste your time, but then sooner or later, this time starts to work for you, and not as we are always under the impression the time is working against us. We actually never have time. We have never time for anything. No, I have no time here, and I have no time there, and I have no time here, and I have no time there. We actually never have time. Sometimes we take us time for something which is actually not very healthy, or maybe it's dark in our mind. But our mind is the most important thing in our own life. When people are ill, then because at first they darken their own mind. Then maybe there comes a doctor and tell you that you have this disease or this disease, but honestly, it is of no interest anymore. It is the point is that you darken your mind. Otherwise, you wouldn't listen to so many other people. You are the only guy in your own life which count. Of course, your opinion is important. For yourself, yes. Maybe not for the other guys, but you. You see, your thoughts can either brighten your light up, you lift your mind up, or they can darken your mind. That is the secret from all messiahs. Jesus Christ or Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King or Martin Luther or whatever. Oh my God, they're facing the same problem. They have to make their own light bright again. And maybe sometimes they manage it. But it isn't the question of the number of followers, if they succeed or not. Not at all. I don't know. I simply don't know. But I know that Jesus Christ, for example, comes out of the crystal energy. And crystal energy is indeed the most clearest energy on earth we know from. Maybe some others, but crystal energy is on the earth really the best. Of course it is the best. The crystal energy have only to touch something, and it turns into bright white light again. No wonder that Jesus Christ was called Jesus Christ. Jesus maybe, but Christ, yes, crystal energy. No energy is better than crystal energy, independent from Jesus Christ. That's not the point. And it is not necessary to ask for forgiveness to somebody else. It is really not necessary to ask somebody else for forgiveness. It is sorry, but that's damn nonsense. Of course you are forgiven for everything. You are the God in your life. What else? I mean, you are the salvation. You are the solution. You are you are the light. What else? And now we have a very, very difficult task before us. Because now our thoughts have to bring us always on the way, on the track to come back into Christ, the light. I bet there are the saints and prophets and from any religion, believe me that, on the end of the path. They're sitting there and say, hey, how are you? You're welcome. Everybody is welcome who is able to change their own thoughts into light again. That was our trouble. We forget, and sooner or later we manage to bring our thoughts or allow our thoughts to bring us into the darkness. Well, the darkness is interesting because in this darkness are many fat fishes. So it is not like that. It is in the darkness we have the fun here on earth, which is maybe not really fun for everybody at all, and maybe it's not so the best choice. But it can be nice to be, let's say, a boss in a big business, and it can be fun to be the boss of a big how you call it? I forgot. I always forget what I like to say. And let's say, and a big company. So now I have it. It can be nice to be a patriarch on a big family. The father has to say everything, and then the mother will say nothing. Poof. It's fun for them. It's fun for people. They love it. They love to destroy people and damage them. They love it and then think it's nice. But the point is, when you damage somebody's light, in the same going, in the same go, you damage your own. It is impossible not to do so. I mean, I can't tell somebody you are a bastard and then become a bastard as well, and then not become a bastard as well. It's impossible. That's because I say you have to encourage everybody to be light again, and to forbid everybody to disturb your own light. I mean, when somebody is on the move to do something bad for you, tell him inwardly, or maybe he is able to talk with, and you can talk with him, then tell him that it is not possible for me any longer to allow you to destroy my own light in the way that you would do something which destroys my thoughts. Do you remember the sentence that Jesus Christ, sorry, it was Jesus Christ to tell, the enemies for anybody are in their own families. That's true. Because your enemies in your own family have a connection with you. People from outside not instantly have a connection to you. But your family members have. And so when you feel very uncomfortable in your family or whatever, then you know it's because of that. Somebody is there who gives you always a very bad feeling. And when you have a bad feeling, you can't bring your own thoughts on the track to lift you up again and light your own thoughts. And light yourself, your feelings, and make something good. That's the point. Your light have to be, and your light is, and your thoughts have to be the smooth operator in your own life. And that is your task. In your light, in your life, yes, it is yours. Nobody else can do your job. They may be an inspiration. Jesus can, of course, be an inspiration. Mahatma Gandhi can be an inspiration. Hildegard von Bingen can be an inspiration. Whatever, whoever. Your so-called stars in life, read from and have in news magazines or something like that. Maybe they are able to do so in their own lives. I doubt, but I don't know. When people don't give me a good feeling, then I think, okay, that's not really something for me. But that's all. That is all. But star or God, the woman who cleans houses. It doesn't matter. A car seller or the guy who let you in the cinema or sells the tickets for cinemas or drives the buses or whatever. It is of no interest, really. Bus driver or pilot for airplanes or to sell cheeseburgers or whatever. Do whatever you may do it with the consciousness that you are light. From the original, you're light. But your former thoughts, and I tell you there are many, much many thoughts. From this life and the lives before. The incarnations chain is other than Methuselah. We live lives unnumbered. But in any life was only one thing ask for. Be light and remember. And whenever you think on something, change it into a light. because you know that you are light. Any disturbance in your life is only a sign that there is something which darkened your own light. That's nothing more, nothing less. It's not necessary to shoot him or to damage it or whatever. It's not necessary, really not. But you have to change everything in light. You have to change to turn everything in light again. What else? I was really thinking about God. What shall it be? And God is light. Yeah, what is light? Who cares? Very funny. Light smooths everything in your life and put everything in order again. Maybe we have very, very much unhappy people here on earth anyway. Some people are innocently in prisons. People get tortured. People are in war. Then they start to fight about their religion or something like that. It is so meaningless. There is no God but light, 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 and light again. It's light smooths everything. And whatever name you give your God, it is of no interest how you call it. Allah, Jesus Christ, Christian God, Buddha, or no, Buddha is not a God Buddha is wise. So I come to that. Whatever, but they're looking for the nirvana. Nirvana is nothing. Nothing would stand in the way for light. So forget it, never forget that you are light originally. Never forget. Even the guy who just plan bank robbery or plan a really bad crime. But he forget that he is light. He forget it. All the time, remember, when somebody harm you, he can only do that because he forget that he is light. And by the way, he can only do that because you forget also that you are actually light. Because in your light, that what he is able to do to you, towards you, wouldn't be possible. Not when your light is in motion. That is to say, think, just a moment, think on the word emotion. Emotion means energy in motion. When you are light, and remember totally that you are in total light, then your light always and your thoughts always will brighten you up, bring you up again. And then you are meant to be light. And to have thoughts that brings everything in light again makes happy. Of course it makes happy. What else? At first it is pretty exhausting, honestly. It is to go through this darkness. It is really, I know from which I'm talking from, from what I'm talking from. That is, honestly, heartbreak at first. But honestly, the more you think that you are light and the more you have to ignore, the better you will be successful. You see, the art of life is actually not to do something, rather to ignore something. All things here on earth are perfectly able to bring you in confusion. Totally. They can. When you take everything serious. Oh, that is serious. Look at that. What do you know what they do to me? Yes, I know. I have a pretty good imagination from that. But tell you what, the point is not that this guy was nasty towards you. The point is that he was able to do so because you forget that you are light. And in your light, that what he was able to do to you would be vanished. Goes away. There's a song, I heard it from in America. send your rainbows to me, and then my sorrow will fly. Do you know that is that point? I'm gloomy in darkness. I feel pretty bad, and I'm sad, and everything is dark, and no pleasure at all, and what it's cold and everything. But you have a Holy Spirit. Of course, you have a Holy Spirit. Everybody has. We only forget about it. So for the Holy Spirit, send your rainbow to me. That is to say, send your light to me. Wherever I'm here. But wherever I may be tomorrow, send your rainbow to me. And then that lifts up my thoughts again, and I remember that I am light. And then my sorrow will fly. Of course, they fly away. What shall I do with sorrows? Pretty unnecessary, honestly, to be light again. What do you want to be? Chef of a big company? Do you want to be a boss of a big company? Do you want to be successful in life and then by that push everybody out of your way? No matter what they will become. Can't start. Guys, we can do better here. We really can do better. You see, you can keep your job. You can do everything as before. But now the consciousness is different. I mean, it is unnecessary to change a whole country in 1 minute. But it will be changed, because when we understand that at first it is a wish for everybody to become light again, so that everything is easy and everything is bright and everything is light, because we are the light and we don't have to ask somebody else, please rescue me. It's unnecessary. Your light will rescue you. Of course it does. What else? When you ask Jesus Christ for forgiveness, when you ask God for forgiveness, and when you ask Allah, please, and I want to be when you're God, or something like that, what do you think what is there? Light. It is easy to understand that, yes. It's not so easy to fulfill that. Really not. When you go and you want to go to your car and say, "Oh my God, the car's broken," or something like that, then remember that you are light. What do you think? How easy is that? And what do you think? How easy is that when the people start to press you, set you under pressure? But they can set you only under pressure because you don't know that you are the light, which can make it impossible for somebody else to set you under pressure. We forget about that. Nothing more, nothing less. But that succeed. That's because here we discuss and fight. And what do you think? What do you think will Putin have for chances to disturb the lives of so many people, when they would know we are light? Nothing. There wouldn't be anything in any way. There wouldn't happen anything in any way. Why? What do you think? When is a dictator successful? A bad guy in a bad community is successful? When he close the light and bring everybody in darkness. You have to know that. I have here, as I started this video, I have a wonderful examples here. You see, a lot of people here have had they enjoy a very, very, very big popularity here. But it is not the question of followers. The question is, how are they able to bring their own tough luck, their own problems, their own troubles into bright white light again, so that they don't a problem for them anymore. That is a true Messiah in their own life. And the true Messiah in your own life is you. Who else? A Messiah in any way is of no good. Maybe it's affected you a bit. Maybe it's an inspiration. Yeah, okay, that's it. An inspiration. Please understand that. And it will be the right door for you, because it is your door. You see, I don't tell you that I am your Messiah, because I am not. And I don't wish to be. But I wish that you are able to find your own door into freedom again. We have to be freedom. We have to be free again. We're looking for freedom, of course, but free means that your thoughts lift you up. That's freedom. And no pressure at all. And now look around. Which politician, which actor, singer, whatever, is able to inspire people that they are the solution for their own problems, and make it impossible for somebody else to set them under pressure. At first, and at present, I don't know from anybody. We have had here in Germany a Chancellor Merkel. Merkel was great because she smoothed everything down, but she wasn't able to smooth everybody's life. That's their task. Everybody, criminal, saint, play a big role here in the whole game of life. Or maybe a little nobody, so we call them. For God's sake, nobodies. There are no nobodies. Everybody has a duty to be light if he is wishing to live in peace and happiness. Do you wish to live in peace and happiness? Great! Start to become light. And forbid your own thoughts to bring you in darkness. And forbid your own thoughts to lead you into the darkness. Furiousness, when you are fury, or I don't know the words anymore. Full of anger, full of sorrow, full of when you're furious about something, when you're frantic about something, then you can be sure it leads you into the darkness. And there is no discussion who is right. Not at all. When you're angry about somebody and start to fight or something like that, and there comes somebody, hey, guys, be calm. What will happen at first? He started it. It is of no interest who starts something. Not at all. The question is, are you receptive for that? Are you or are you not? That is the question. It is of no good. Let's say somebody dies, and then rise again, and then tap, 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 goes to God. Hi, God, it's me. You go, aha, hello, how are you? Oh, okay, it's after me now the night. But tell you what, here, look at that. That's all the sinners, and they make my life so difficult, and they make my life so tricky, and that is because I was always unhappy. I felt always unhappy. Oh, thank God. Are you now unhappy? No, I feel fine now. Everything is away from me. But can you tell me, why don't you come to me in my life, as long as I was living, and help me and bring them and push them out of my life? Then will God have only one answer. Why didn't you do so? It is impossible for somebody to attack you when you are bright, white light, and your thoughts are able to bring you into exactly that light, which is practically yours. You come from that. Is that so difficult to understand? No, it is not difficult to understand. I can't believe you. When you tell me that you don't understand that, I would simply don't believe you. That, yeah, everybody is able to understand. But there are a lot of things we have to push out of our lives. My God, stop it. You have to push out a lot of things. For example, tradition. Tradition are horrible dangerous. Tradition means normally to attack somebody. Tradition means normally to think very bad from somebody else. Tradition means normally stubbornness and thick-headed. But I prefer to be light-headed. That is to say, I prefer to have thoughts which bring me in my light again. I love it. I love my light. And here it's my confession. I don't care of somebody else, and I love my light. But tell you what, when I love my light, and when I love my thoughts, and I love it that my own thoughts bring me into light again, I am not able to harm somebody else. If I would do so, when I'd like to harm somebody else, or to say, or something like that, I would dark my own light again. And I give you, I swear, cross my heart, hope die, I have no intention to dark my own light and bring it into darkness. And tell you what, here is the divine justice. It is not necessary that they give you supreme effort to bring somebody to that justice. Tell you what, when somebody is able to take a machine gun and shoot 20, 30 people, and then flee, and then run, and everybody hunts after him and want to bring him to justice. What do you think? What would happen to somebody who would shoot some people and then, or to torture them and give them pain as much as he can? What do you think what will happen then to this guy? I tell you what, when somebody shoots somebody, then this goes very, very quick. It goes very swift. He is immediately in light again and feel happy, of course. But there's one thing, when I die very soon, I have the uncomfortable feeling afterwards. Now everything is in order, but I left something out. I mean, I want to change. I want to bring everything in light in my own life. I want to bring everything in my life in bright white light again. That is my task. That is my challenge. Whoever stands in front of me, that is my challenge, to bring everything in light. And tell you what, that is that's thrilling. Just a moment. That's very thrilling, honestly. Because when something is disturbing, That is it's a sign from me, not from God or something like that. No, it's a sign from me. Never forget, whatever disturbs you, that you are light, and your own bright white light, sparkling, 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 shining and shining. Bring everything in order again. Never forget that. Remember who you originally are. You are light. At very first, and very last, and in the middle. And everything around, above and underneath, is light by you. Never forget that. When we bring ourselves in danger, of course we bring ourselves in danger. And then we cry for help, and we get this help. We cry for God, God comes. We cry for our guardian angel comes. We cry for Allah, Allah comes. We cry for Jesus Christ comes. We cry for Mahatma Gandhi comes. We cry for Buddha comes. So now we have there we have a nice we have a nice group of holy saints. Perfect. But now the saints have a problem, because their light can't reach you, because you're full of anger, darkness, confusion, and now the light has trouble to reach you. Honestly, the inspiration, so brilliant they may be, can't reach you when your inner self, you inwardly are not ready for it. That is to say, when you prefer to discuss, to shout, to blame, and so on. People are always hunter for victims, or for the guys who do something bad, for the mischiefs, the misfits, darken their own consciousness. What is good for? I have had a pretty exhausting life, because nobody told me that. My first 20 years have been a catastrophe. Nobody was able to give me a good feeling, because nobody knows. I was in darkness. I was dark in darkness. And so I was like a blind man, always, where's the door? Where's the door? Of course I couldn't find it. There was no door. The door was here, in me. And now guess where your door is. In you. There's no other way. Otherwise we shall never get peace. Only people who understand that are able to be light. And then the might be, an inspiration for others. Maybe. Depends on if the other guys have a connection to them. Yeah, okay. But the other guys have still the task to lift them up again. There was a song in the 80s from Whitney Houston, High Energy, Lift Me Up. Yeah, high energy, lift you up, of course. So let it in your head. And don't waste your time with too many tasks in your life which bring you on the track that you are not light. Actually, everything here in the world gives you exactly that feeling. Practically everything. Just a moment, I hear. Sorry.